bags and accessories. Why is it in your room? Huh? I didn't know where it was, so I searched your room. That it was hidden in the back of your closet. Wait a minute. I don't know about that. Then why is my stuff in your room? I don't remember lending it to you. I really don't know. Wait until I get back. I have to see for myself. Wait! That floral dress is also mine. Huh? Wait, the dress? The one with the blue flowers? Yes, it's mine. My boyfriend gave it to me. What the fuck? You mean Alvin, right? He was my boyfriend, but you took him. No. So the dress was supposed to be mine, but you took Alvin. No, I didn't do that. You're gonna have to return everything. I didn't take anything. Mom and Dad are mad too. They said they can't live with a criminal. Bianca, that's what you wanted. What? I just want you to regret your choice as a thief. But you don't seem to own up to it. You're a criminal, a thief. I'll let you in the house tonight to prep. But you have to leave tomorrow morning. I guess nobody is on my side. Of course, our parents are on my side. We can't live with a criminal, so you're on your own. Alvin, are you free?
What's up, Johanna?
My parents kicked me out.
Huh? What happened?
They think I stole from my sister. They said I also stole you from my sister. The dress you gave me, my sister thinks it was for her and I stole it.
What? I've always been with you. I gave the dress to you. I've only met your sister a few times.
My parents only believe in Bianca.
Oh, right. Actually, Bianca asked me once to date her instead of you.
What?
I obviously said no, so maybe that got worse? If so, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I was going to leave anyways. They think I'm a thief, but now I don't have to be near them. So I actually feel pretty good.
I see.
I'm going to stay at a hotel for a while and find a place to live.
Johanna, why don't you ask me for help?
Alvin?
Let's live together.
What?
I've been thinking about it. I knew you couldn't leave your house because you had memories with your grandfather who you loved, so I wasn't sure when to ask you, but I knew I was going to. Please live with me, and if possible, I want to marry you.
Alvin!
I know you don't like high places like my condo, so I've been looking at houses regularly so I could move anytime. So, how about it?
Thank you, Alvin. That's amazing. And hope to spend many more years with you.
Oh, yay. Let's get moving then. If there's anywhere you want to check out, let's do that too. I'll contact the houses I've been looking at so we can have a look.
Thank you.
We're gonna be busy.
Sis, are you still up here? Hurry up and pack up. I'm packed, so I'll leave. Oh, you're really done. I was going to mock you for being so slow. Whatever. I don't have much stuff anyways. I'll pack it in my car and leave. I don't care as long as you leave. Your closet is going to be mine. Okay, I don't want any of the stuff I'm leaving, so feel free to use it. I will anyways. So sad you're being kicked out without any love. I think that might be better. What? Are you trying to play it cool? Whatever. It's the best for a criminal like you. You're not our family anymore. Bye. Missed call. Missed call. Hey, sis. Why is Alvin gone? Huh? Bianca? I thought we aren't family anymore. I don't care. He's gone from that condo. What's going on? You went to his condo? Why wouldn't I go to my boyfriend's house? He said he rejected you. But since you're a criminal and out of the picture, he's mine. That's not how relationships work. So, where is he? We moved in together. What? It was because of the contract. But also since I don't like high places, he moved for me. What the fuck? He knows you're a criminal. Oh, right. You texted him about that. Of course! And he said he understands. He understood about me leaving, not about me being a criminal or dating you. What the fuck? I told him about you stealing from me. You sent him a picture of the necklace I stole, right? So what? That necklace is specially made with his and my name. What? It's pretty small, but my name is on it. Which means it's the only one. Seriously? So it's proof that you stole from me. He would have believed me anyways. No way! The necklace and the dress. Hand it over to Auntie. No! My name is on it so you can't use it. And the dress is too small for you. What? Why is this happening? happening? Missed call. Missed call. Sis! Hey! How much do you make?
What? You texted me after 3 months and you asked me that?
Our parents' house was rented.
What? Yes, from 2 years ago.
What?
You didn't know?
What? The house was Grandpa's and is now Dad's.
But Grandpa died 2 years ago, so the house was passed on to Auntie.
So she's renting the house to us?
Yes.
Why? It's obvious that Dad gets the house since he's the eldest son.
I don't know much, but Dad used to have a lot of debt when he was younger. And Grandpa said he would pay it for him, but not much would be passed on after his death.
What?
So that's why the property is Auntie's, but they didn't want to move. So they are paying rent to Auntie.
About the rent. How much is your income?
Why are you asking me that?
We can't pay the rent with Dad's income.
I think Auntie doesn't charge us much.
But it's $1,200 a month.
Considering the place and size, it would usually be about $2,000. She's being very generous.
But Mom and Dad said they can't pay.
I guess so, because I paid $900 out of the $1,200.
What?
Since I don't live there, Dad has to pay for it all. But I don't think his income is that good.
Really?
The company he worked at went out of business 3 years ago, so he switched companies. And his income is about $1,000 less than before.
So much!
So I've been paying it.
So, how much do you make?
Well, 2 times more than Dad.
What? Then keep paying for the rent.
Why?
You have to help the family.
Oh, you kicked me out saying I was a thief. You demanded I don't call you guys my family.
I'll take it back. We haven't paid rent in 3 months, so we have to pay it by next month or we're being kicked out. I'll let you come back, so pay the rent. Mom and Dad said you have to pay the rent in full from now on.
No.
Why? I'm saying you can come back.
I don't need your forgiveness.
What?
Or are you going to tell Mom and Dad the truth? About you stealing from me?
Well,
even if you do so, I'm not going back.
Why?
Alvin and I got married.
What?
So he's my family and I'm not going back.
Wait! Then you can just send us money. About $2,000 per month.
Bianca, are you still jobless?
Me?
Doesn't Mom work? I think you should start there. It's embarrassing to ask others for help before you even try.
How dare you!
I can't just let you be like this. I'm not going to help you.
No way!
Bye. I didn't know what my parents were thinking about kicking me out since I paid most of the rent. A few days later, Mom texted me saying I had to pay the rent. She was mad. I'm tired of this, so I changed my number. They weren't able to pay the rent, so they moved to a cheap apartment. But Mom and Sis still don't work. Dad got tired and filed for divorce and left. But they still don't work. Our relatives got pissed and forced them to work at a place with housing. But they don't work, so they are probably going to be kicked out soon.
Pamela, I heard a troubling rumor that concerned you. Can I ask you about it? Well, if it isn't Budget Bethany! What could the resident penny pincher be coming to me with today? That is quite rude of you to label someone like that, so please refrain from doing that in the future. We've never spoken directly before, so I don't see how you can come to that conclusion. Why do you think you can get away treating people like that? I only call it like I see it. And I have a gift when it comes to knowing the class of the people that I meet. It's a poor dar that alerts me to people that have only known public transportation and food stamps, so I don't get any welfare on me. I only rarely see you come to the kindergarten to pick up your spawn. But when I do, I have only seen you in Goodwill bargain bin fashion. I'm shocked you can say such things to another person and not feel a shred of embarrassment. Full disclosure, I've seen a lot of people in my line of work, so I've picked up a good eye for these things. Even though I've only seen you a few times, I can easily tell that your family barely clears the line to make it into the lower middle class. I know you are busy at work, so it's hard to catch you at the kids' school, but I really wanted to talk to you in person for this. Well, I am a hard-working mother. Unlike some other lazy women who waste their time doing who knows what. I'm different from the likes of you, so it's hard to understand what you're saying. Please take this seriously.
Whatever. What did you want? I'm a busy woman with lots to do, and I'm being kind enough with my time associating with the likes of you, so hurry up and get to the point.
Finally, I heard this from Katie's mom and wanted to know your point of view on it. A little while ago, Katie broke out with a high fever and went to the university hospital. But when her mother went to the reception desk to get help, you turned her away. Did that seriously happen?
Something as minor as this makes its rounds as a rumor nowadays? Stay-at-home moms have way too much time on their hands and are always making mountains out of molehills. This is why I hate dealing with them. If they have enough time to make up rumors and spread them, get a job and see how the world really works.
Is what she said true or not? Because of that, she said she had to drive almost an hour to the next closest hospital to get Katie looked at. Why would a receptionist like you deny them entry? You don't have the authority to deny care to patients that come to the hospital, right?
Of course I do. It's half of my job. As a receptionist at the best hospital in the state, I am the first line of defense against undesirables thinking they can waste our wonderful doctor's time. I have to think about the hospital's image as well. It makes us look unsanitary if we let poor people in. If people that actually make the world work see the unwashed masses in our hospital, they would think twice about entering and not get the treatment they so rightly deserve.
That is not how a hospital works. And that definitely isn't something that is supported by the hospital. Why would you deny Katie anyhow?
Isn't it obvious? Katie's family is flat broke.
How could you know that?
I heard that they live on the south side, so that should tell you enough.
No, not really. What's wrong with coming from the south side?
See, this is what I'm talking about. Stay-at-home moms know nothing about the world that's around them. They are so focused on their tiny, insular worlds that they never try to learn more or be better. I also heard that they rely on welfare checks to get by. Makes me wonder how they were able to send that girl to our prestigious kindergarten. So, to answer your question, there is no way I could allow someone like that to be taken in by our hospital. As you can see, I successfully protected the hospital from having to deal with such peasants.
What a medieval aristocrat thing to say.
Why, thank you.
It wasn't a compliment.
You need to understand that they have their own place to go. It's noblesse oblige that we follow. Our hard-earned tax dollars go to fund hospitals that they can use. Since they obviously can't pay for those things themselves, we do it for them. Second-rate people get second-rate doctors and facilities. They should be happy to get that because if it weren't for people like me, they would have nothing.
Your way of thinking and actions are causing the hospital more problems than you think. Even from an economic point of view, a child's medical costs are quite low compared to the value they will bring to society in the future. What makes you think you have the right to unilaterally make judgment calls of this magnitude?
Are you for real? Where does a dumb housewife like you get off talking like that to me, a registered nurse?
This has nothing to do with class, but it has everything to do with the hospital. You are denigrating the name of that great facility. I didn't want to bring it up, but I too have a stake in what happens at the university hospital.
Shut up already. I don't want to hear anything about social contracts or it takes a village to raise a child. Those are just quotes that make poor people feel good about helping other poor people. I am a veteran nurse with a salary that matches my skills. You and me are on different playing fields. I play starter for the pros and you play bench warmer for Little League. Please don't think you can lecture me about anything, Miss GED.
It seems like nothing I say will make you change the way you see the world.
Minnows don't tell sharks what to do.
In any case, stop turning people away at the reception desk and make sure you apologize to Katie's family.
Just who do you think you are talking to me like that? An SJW trying to win more points with your commie friends? This is a free country, and therefore I am free to make the decision on who can and cannot enter my hospital. I have no reason to do anything you ask.
I am simply asking you to make changes before you regret it.
My only regret is wasting my time listening to your whining.
From here on out, do not make such serious decisions without first consulting others. People's lives should not hang in the balance due to your whims. What's up? Sorry, I can't answer the phone right now. Daniel, it's terrible. Sandy was in an accident. Oh my goodness. Tell me what happened. Is she okay? Please tell me she's okay. A car hit her while we were crossing the street. We are waiting on an ambulance right now. Is she bleeding? Is she awake? I don't see any blood, but she hit her head when she fell down. She's crying, but I'm not sure if I should move her or not. Good. It's best if you don't move her, and her crying is good news. Is she going to be all right? If anything happens, it's all my fault. I'm a horrible mother. Please relax. Take a few deep breaths and remember our training. If she is awake and there are no obvious external wounds, then she should be fine. What about the car that hit her? Are there witnesses? Yes. The man driving immediately got out, and he's the one that called the ambulance. Since I don't know the situation there, make sure you get the contact information of everyone that witnessed it. When the ambulance gets there, tell them to come here. Are you sure? You said you had a full schedule today. None are emergencies, and all can be rescheduled. I'm worried as well, and won't be able to focus on other work until I see her for myself. The sooner someone can look at her, the better. Tell the emergency personnel what happened and come to me directly. Yes, okay. That makes me feel a lot safer already. Me too. I have a few more patients to check on, but I'll be there as soon as you arrive. Thank you, Danny. I'm so glad I was able to get a hold of you. I don't know who the hell you think you are or what the hell you're thinking, but I will never forgive you.
Whatevs. If I told you once, I've told you 100 times. We don't have the time to deal with your ilk. Poor people need to wait in line with other poor people in the places they belong. No one gets into this hospital without my permission.
You have no right to turn away my daughter who arrived by ambulance. Even if you're a nurse, that is not something a receptionist has the authority to do. Either you're power tripping or you have a few screws loose.
No, you are the one who needs to get their head checked. We will not look at a welfare baby because it is a waste of resources that can be better used to treat those of us who actually earn our keep. Do you remember what I said to you? People of your class need to find places that match your own social status.
That does it. Your disrespect and horrid insults have gone too far. You will regret having done this.
Oh, I'm so scared. Threats from the lower classes always make me laugh. They get all huffy about some minor issue, but then are soon distracted by a sale on frozen TV dinners at the supermarket. Go ahead and dump your anger on me now, then go relax by cutting some coupons from today's newspaper.
This is not a minor issue. My daughter may have a broken leg.
I don't care if the child of some blue-collar family has a major injury. I will not let them into my hospital. Enjoy your ambulance ride and get out of my face. I have to take a shower now after talking to you at my desk. I feel dirty after being exposed to your pauper particles.
You keep saying it's your hospital, but you just work there.
Yes, but I have the attendees list. Remember, the only people that can allow you into this hospital are God, the director, and me. And God needs to ask me if he wants in here.
That's a relief then.
I'm glad you finally see things my way.
Yes, because my daughter is the director's daughter.
What does that mean?
Really? You need it spelled out. Once upon a time, I fell in love with a man when we were both EMTs. We got married when he became the youngest head surgeon ever, and I ran the pediatrician's ward. I retired when I became pregnant to focus on raising our child. That child is the one you declined entrance into her own father's hospital. You probably just saw him down in the reception area talking on his phone. One guess as to who was on the other end of that call. We are on our way back, so please be prepared. In addition to causing us all needless trouble, you have wasted my time, your director's time, the EMT's and driver's time as well. I hope you can take responsibility for all of that. But you're a big girl with big girl brains, so it should be no problem, right? What are you talking about? That was just a coincidence he was on the phone, right? A peasant in sweatpants like you can't possibly know the director. That peasant in sweatpants, ponytail, and no makeup is married to the director of the university hospital, Daniel Bishop. And you are the gatekeeping middle manager that called the director's family poor peasants and kicked his daughter out. Your power-tripping and derogatory views on people based on your stupidity are going to be known to everyone. I am going to order an investigation into how many families you've hurt with your bigotry. I pray that there were no fatalities because of your snobby attitude, but if there was, I hope you know the weight of that possible crime. Wait, are you serious? Are you really the director's wife? You've got to be joking. Is this the Apollo Theater? No? Then it's real. It is all real.
Why didn't you tell me from the start? Then none of this would have happened.
Why should it matter who I am? You seem to have forgotten the Hippocratic Oath.
That's just a guideline, right?
The 10 Commandments are guidelines. The oath is a promise to all human life. You are a disgrace to all medical professionals. I gave you plenty of chances to mend your way of thinking, but you blew me off.
But I didn't know. You should have let me know.
Changing the way you treat people depending on their class may be fine for politicians, but it is unthinkable if you work with saving people's lives. What you've been doing is unforgivable, and soon everyone you work with will know what you have done.
Wait. Please, wait. What I said to you didn't mean what you think it means. It's just a big misunderstanding. I don't know why things are turning out like this.
Have fun making up excuses and downplaying what you did. Last piece of advice. Find a lawyer. Goodbye.
Mrs. Bishop? How is your little girl doing? I had a meeting with the head nurse after that little misunderstanding, and she let me go home early to reorganize my thoughts. I really wanted to check on your little Sandy beforehand, but couldn't. I trust that she's doing well.
Her left femur has a 2-inch fracture in it, but otherwise she is doing fine.
That is so good to hear.
I was so worried about her. I will make sure she gets the best care possible. When I get back, I will personally take responsibility of setting up a schedule that will give Sandy a private nurse 24/7 during her stay. It seems like you and I had a slight miscommunication, and you may have misconstrued some of my previous comments. I didn't actually mean for you to leave the hospital grounds after we spoke. I meant for you to wait outside for a little bit while we prepared a private room and cleaned up the reception area so no opportunistic infections could affect her. You understand, right? I was only thinking about Sandy's safety. Wow, that excuse ranks right up there with Prince Andrew's. Want to try again?
Don't be like that. You just took me a little too seriously. It was just a little joke between us, can't you see? Our kids go to the same school, so a little fun between parents is a given, right?
What if it had actually been a life-threatening injury? The actions you took could have cost us the time it takes to save her life.
But she was fine, right? So it's all good. No harm, no foul. Don't you feel better knowing that it wasn't serious? Kids bounce back from injuries so quickly that you'll forget about this in no time at all. So let's put the silliness behind us and get along like adults.
I have no intention of ever talking to you again. Please refrain from contacting me by chat or in person from here on out, please. I guess I can just block you here, so please pretend we don't know each other if you ever see me in public. That will be all. Goodbye.
Wait. There's no reason to go to such extreme measures, is there? We're friends, right? You would never block a friend, right?
You're absolutely right. I would never block a friend. But you? You are no friend. You never were, and never will be. Subtract the R from it, and that's what you are.
That's a little harsh, don't you think? Look, we share the same group of friends, right? Contact is inevitable. So just this once, could you please sweep this little misunderstanding under the rug? No one needs to hear about this, right?
Misunderstanding? If you can pass this off as a misunderstanding, then what Iago did to Othello must also fall in the same category for you.
Come on now. You're just exaggerating things a little bit too much. What I did can only be classified as a little prank because there was no harm done.
How dare you say that? You've only been lucky that your prejudice hasn't led to any serious trouble so far. Like any bad politician out there, you try to spin the story to your favor after finding out the facts make you look bad. Anyone with a brain can see through that. Once you knew who my daughter and I were, you changed your tune. Like the church pardoning Galileo 350 years later.
Seriously? Aren't you saying some pretty harsh things to me? I'll let things go as long as you don't spread what happened between us, okay?
I won't have to say a thing to you anymore because we are as good as strangers.
That's impossible. We go to the same kindergarten, right? Since you're the hospital director's wife and I'm the hospital's head receptionist, we should be friends and make a group of associated mothers of our choosing to sway the kindergarten principal to our side. That should open up more paths for our children to stand out and succeed.
I can't believe you are still trying these tactics.
I may have misread you at first, but think of what we could do united.
I don't care at all about your ambitions, but don't get any of that on me. I refuse to associate with anyone who judges people simply by the way they look. No good can come from that line of thinking.
It's not like you really believe things like that. I felt like I had to put up a strong front in order to keep bad influences from affecting our children at kindergarten. I really am an open person who accepts all people for who they are.
There you go again, trying to rewrite the past and redirect the conversation. You should have gone into politics, not medicine. A receptionist like you has no right to turn away patients. You have no idea how livid my husband was once he heard what you've done.
Come on, be a pal. I need you to intervene on my behalf and talk your husband down. What would happen if I were to lose my job?
That is the least of your worries.
What do you mean?
Plans are already in motion to place you on unpaid administrative leave while the hospital investigates your actions. This is a serious case that could hurt the hospital's reputation, and they want to find out who is responsible for all of this.
You're joking, right? This is just a joke to get back at me, right? If it is, it isn't funny. I could be in serious trouble if it were true.
You're right. It isn't funny.
Thank goodness.
Because it's not a joke. You of all people should know how serious I am after what you did to me. I told you that you would regret crossing me. Someone like you has no right to be in the medical profession. Consider it a favor.
Now you're just bullying me for doing my job. Why are you persecuting a woman who has only done her job with honesty and kindness?
Do you even know the meaning of those words? If so, how dare you associate them with what you have done to me and other patients? Changing the way you act towards patients based on their looks? Is that part of your job? Do you need me to recite the Hippocratic Oath to you?
Well, it's not exactly like that, you see. While my decisions were based on certain visual factors, there is a deeper je ne sais quoi that underlies what I did.
I'm sick of hearing your excuses and have more important things to do. You need to wait until the head nurse contacts you again. My husband says he never wants to see your face again. I am of the same desire, so if I see you at the kindergarten again, don't talk to me.
Okay, I'm sorry for turning you and your daughter away. Isn't that enough? So please speak to your husband on my behalf. I really need this job.
No. What would I get out of doing so? Is there any merit for my husband or the hospital? I think not.
Please, I'll do anything. I promise to change. Give me another chance.
From my experience, people like you never change. Consider this a lesson in morals in the real world. Class dismissed. In the end, Pamela received a call from the hospital and her employment was terminated. On top of that, further investigation led to both the hospital and Katie's family suing her for damages to reputation and mental anguish, respectively. She panicked when she got served those papers and ran to her husband to bail her out. But when her husband heard the full story, he was so appalled that he asked for a divorce on the spot. She disrespected people for being poor, but now she's having trouble finding a job. News of what she did has spread around the whole state, making hiring her a liability. Last I heard, she quietly left the state, and no one has heard from her since.